Hello.
Hello.
Might need to mute myself for quite a bit because my dogs are whining, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. What are they whining about?
I don't know because I made sure to feed them before I hopped on.
What more could they want? Come on, puppies.
I think the squirrels are getting more active, so that's always a reason.
I didn't think I was going to make it today, but things worked out.
I thought I remembered you saying you had an appointment right before this, so hooray for zipping on home.
The appointment was at 4 o'clock. We were home at 4:30.
Oh, nice.
And I went out for a short walk.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how did the walk feel today?
Actually, it felt very good.
Good.
I met with all my problems with my healing and whatever. I had physical therapy this morning, and he's pretty tough on me. And it was a rough session, but my hip just felt just so good when I was walking. I could hardly believe it. So he did something.
Excellent. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
Hi.
Just trying to find a spot here.
All right, I think this is likely to be us today. Ellen was just in the church for a meeting and will be back in the church for another meeting, but had to leave to go to a meeting. So she is quite busy today, but said hello to everyone. And I'll keep an eye on Facebook and we'll obviously let folks in, but I think this is probably our crew. So we can go ahead and start our check-in. And let's see, Cynthia, do you want to start us off today in your beautiful pink room?
Sure. Yeah. No, feeling good and everything. I was back and forth and just thought I heard a noise outside and looked, and it's my neighbor's grandkids that are having a lot of running around and laughing and giggling and playing with their grandparents that live next door. So that just was kind of nice to see. And they're playing with sticks that were in my driveway. So I'm like, if you want to take the sticks out of my driveway, that would be wonderful. So just for that, and seeing a little bunny in my yard and just the nice, dare I say, spring-like weather has been very, very nice. We're keeping fingers crossed. So I don't really have anything specific and everything. I do have one family member and everything that was in the hospital. She's now home. She didn't really want anything shared publicly and everything. So, but it sounded like she had just a little bout with pneumonia and everything, but she's feeling better now. So because she's kind of a more private person and everything, just someone in our family, but she didn't want I guess for it to be public and everything. So we'll do that. And then just prayers for and this is probably more private too, but I have a friend of mine who Graham knew in high school, and she's transgender and just going through all of those both physical and hormonal and emotional changes. But she says she's doing very, very, very well. But she just got divorced, and is very sad in any circumstance. But just because I think somewhat because of her coming out as transgender. So just prayers for her. She's doing a lot of different treatments and therapies and just really embracing this new person that took her 41 years to find. So and her new name is Sarah. So just prayers for Sarah and her, and for everybody that's in that community. I know it can be it can be difficult for so many people, but luckily she has a supportive mom and supportive friends that are helping her through this. And she's making TikToks for younger people in the trans communities, which I think is awesome too, that she's doing. So, and that's really about it.
Well, thanks be to God for Sarah and all that she's doing, and her incredible courage and witness, and but prayers for her as she moves through this time and this latest burst of ugliness directed toward the LGBTQIA community that we will all be very glad to see bury its ugly head again. And yeah, prayers, of course, for your family member. We'll continue those. Yeah. Thanks, Cynthia. Wendy, how are you? Whiny dogs and all.
I think they'll behave until they see something. I'm okay. I'm just on this weird roller coaster ride. I hope it's understandable to others, but one day I'm feeling so sorry for myself, and then the next I'm hanging in there and fine. And then I tell you what the Buddhists say about everything being transient, especially your emotions, is so true. Because as Cynthia knows, I was really down yesterday, and I didn't even have the energy to Zoom with my small group. And today I can't really say yet what the good new opportunity is, but one opened up towards the end of the day today, and now I'm feeling more hopeful. So I just have to remember day by day.
We're very grateful for and grateful alongside you for this good day.
Yeah.
We
And,
certainly all, as best as we can, understand the low days. We have them just in different ways.
And just a shout out to Faith Denlinger, who is doing yoga in the morning.
Hey, yeah.
I know Cynthia has plans to join me in an evening one day, but I have somehow committed to going most mornings because Faith is such an awesome teacher, and it's a small group, and I'm trying to recruit more, but she's an amazing teacher, and just the mental benefits from it outside of the physical are just great. So shout out to her.
Are you at the early class? Which one are you?
No, I'm at the middle early class. So 7 a.m., which is like crazy early for me, believe it or not. So yeah.
Very nice. Thanks, Wendy.
She's doing that as an
in person. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I don't even remember the term anymore. It's not a Zoom class, right?
Yes. Yeah.
She is exploring options for how to do some virtual stuff too, but that's just not in the works yet.
In person, in the early hours.
In the chapel.
Chapel, yeah, which is a great early morning space because of all that light.
Yes. I mean, there was one morning, and of course it was right before daylight savings, where we were done with our session and we looked up and all of the sunlight was just streaming through right at that time, and it was just perfect.
Wonderful.
And now with daylight savings time, it'll probably happen again.
Yay! Very good. Barbara, how are you today?
I'm okay. I'm sort of for myself, just sort of at 6s and 7s, trying to get everything organized for this surgery on Monday, which means every time I turn around, I'm getting a call from somebody about some other aspect. You've got to go here for COVID, and you need to get this over here and pick up these prescriptions over here. And have you done that? I'm like, I didn't realize it was going to be quite so complicated. I think COVID has definitely made it all more complicated, as Joe probably knows from a few weeks ago. But I was I'm home today instead of trying to be at my studio, and I feel like for those of you who have been pregnant, when you were in that nesting stage, it's like, I need to get this done and this organized and that ready and this over here so that I can function for a month while I can't drive. So, I mean, and Larry's a very helpful person. If only he were to listen to what I actually want him to do. Interesting month. That's all I've got. And it'll all be fine. I'm just today, for whatever reason, it's like all kind of imploded with it all. So anyway, it will be fine. That's my stuff. But you know,
Monday is the big day, Barbara.
Monday's the day. I'm not even going to call it a big day. I just want it to be like, go get it done, come home, be done.
Mhm.
Maybe being a little head in the sand about it all, but I also don't want to catastrophize all of it. So I'd rather be just, it's going to be fine. And, I'm strong, and when we were out in Palm Desert, I was walking my butt off. So the muscles are strong, even if the knee itself is a mess. So I think it'll be fine. I do. So. And Larry's fine, dealing with just stuff with his family, the never-ending stuff with his family. So, and then we just worry about the state of the world. So that's all.
Thank you, Barbara.
Mhm.
Paul and Joe, how are the two of you today?
Right.
We're okay, I think, for the most part. I would mention, we just found out this afternoon that our neighbor right next door lost
His dad.
his dad to COVID
Mm.
within the last month. So that's a concern.
I'm doing reasonably well. The physical therapy and the chiropractic are going well, but it's going to take time, and I'm getting tired of pain, and I'm tired of waiting for it to get better. But the crooked leg issue is impacting the hip, which is impacting the healing and whatever, and I don't sleep real well at night. And I'm not ready to really talk about it, but I have another medical issue that is rearing its head that I discovered yesterday and today. I have to do some investigating with doctors as to where I go next, and I'll share more later, but it's kind of heavy on my heart, on my thinking today. So I just need prayers for support for learning what's going on.
The limbo is always hard.
Mhm. Thank you both. Thank you. Thank you. The big prayer request I have this week fits the theme of our meetings lately. Carol Hansen is recovering from knee replacement surgery. I spoke to her today. She's doing quite well. So we're very grateful for Carol's healing and hope that it will be ongoing. And then a lot of these were shared during worship on Sunday, but it never hurts to pray more or pray again. Lorraine Byrne has family members who are struggling with mental illness and asks that we pray for them. Sandy Young is struggling with back pain. Gary Schubert's brother-in-law, whose name is Robert, has been diagnosed with cancer. A great joy, though, John Twig, who has been been postponing a surgery of his, a heart surgery, for some time. Finally got to have that surgery on January 3rd, and is now doing really well and has gone back to work and is kind of re-entering life. So that's a great joy from the Twig family. Just thrilled about that. And I see that, let's see, Barb Rill, Jan Cunningham, Kyle Sakamoto, and Rick Joplin are all with us online. So hi, everybody. We're glad you're here. And the only comment I see asking for prayers is from Kyle. Kyle says he needs prayers. He took a negative, I'll say negative, for COVID-19 test. It came back negative, but he still has a sore throat and a runny nose and isn't feeling well. And he said his dad also had a bad cavity and lost a tooth. So we'll pray for Kyle's dad and for Kyle. It's never fun to be sick. It's still alarming to be sick. We are so grateful that your test came back negative, but hopefully the symptoms can go away really soon.
Emily,
Yes,
did Arn ever get rescheduled for his surgery?
Arn had his surgery last week and he is home and recovering. So yay. Yeah, he's very, very pleased that it finally happened. And I think he went home the same day, if I'm remembering the timeline right in my head. So he's back on the road to where he wants to be. And
Another member of the knee replacement club, Sue Piplo, had her replacement yesterday.
That's right.
And she did it as outpatient and went home yesterday. I stayed in the hospital 2 days.
Yeah.
But that's another one of the knee replacement club.
Mm-hmm. Yep. My father is having one at the end of this month too, so we can put him with all of you. This is his second knee, so he's an old pro at this now. But yeah, 'tis the month for knee replacement, or 'tis the season, I guess. Yeah. Well, I keep sitting with you all know that because of the book club, I'm spending a lot of time with this writer, Kate Bowler, and I keep thinking about that preface to her book of devotions where she says, like, we believe in blessing the crap out of people. And I love, it's just, that has been in my brain. It's so charming and so just practically and theologically lovely, right? That we should spend our lives blessing the crap out of people. I really, really like that. But so I bring you a blessing today that's not from Kate Ballard, because you're going to get sick of her if I keep shoving her in your face.
I'm reading
so instead, this is from, yes. Cynthia's gone down the rabbit hole with me. This is a blessing from Jan Richardson, who I believe I've also shared with you before, but she has this this book called Circle of Grace. It's blessings written for different times in the liturgical season of the church. And this one happens to be for the season of Lent. So you'll hear her talking about wilderness because we're walking through those wilderness days with Jesus. But I thought this was great. So here is our prayer and our blessing for the day. We know that God has heard all that we've shared, and God holds the things that we can't yet share. And we know that God blesses us. So here is a blessing as delivered by Jan Richardson. It's called Beloved is Where We Begin. If you would enter into the wilderness, do not begin without a blessing. Do not leave on this journey without hearing who you are. Beloved, named by the one who has traveled this path before you. Do not go without letting it echo in your ears, and if you find it is hard to let it into your heart, do not despair. That is what this journey is for. I cannot promise that this blessing will free you from danger, from fear, from hunger or thirst, or from the sun scorching or the fall of the night. But I can tell you that on this path, there will be help. I can tell you that on this way, there will be rest. I can tell you that you will know the strange graces that come to our aid only on a road such as this, that fly to meet us bearing comfort and strength, that come alongside us for no other cause than to lean themselves toward our ear and with their curious insistence whisper our name. Beloved, beloved, you are beloved. Well, may you travel this next week knowing that you are beloved, whatever path or wilderness there may be. And I will see you all sometime in the next week here. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Emily.
Emily.
Bye.